What I'm going to show you here is not the product, but how I work. Okay, how I set up my desktop. It matters to me how I set my windows up, and I basically set them up the same way every time. All right, right here, and there's a reason to it. I have whatever I'm working on, and I've been working on the ability to create maps and stuff. Now you see, you're approved to create up to 4 maps, but I have a lot more because I actually have 10, but I'm allowed to have 10, and so there's 10 there. I can set that per user. So if I try to create another one, it tells me that. And this is so that I can change the settings and the to delete the object and to lock the object and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm not going to show you that. Okay, there, it's locked. I'm working on that right now, making that all slide in and out. So you can change the settings, and no reason to save that except for that it would be shorter than going back. So I'm making this all work properly. Here's all the anyway. Okay, so that's right. I'm just telling you where the windows are, where they are. So this one's in the middle because that's what I'm working on. Then I have on either side, I have an editor, programming editor. This is all my source code. Well, it's not all of it. It's the stuff I'm working on at the moment. About 20 files, probably about 10 of them I'm working on over the day, and 3 or 4 at a time. So these are actually copies. Like there's a copy of this file in both windows. It's supposed to be. No, there isn't yet, but Map to Manager JS that does the map handling. I've got it in both sides, so I can look at 2 different places at the file at once. Now notice I have a little space between them, and I make that overlap so I can get to it. All these windows are assigned so that I can get to them. Here's one up here in the corner, which is my window onto the server where I can restart the server and stuff. This is in Chicago or Denver or somewhere. All right. Now I also have a second screen that you can't see, and over there I have the browser's all of its developers tools. Here's the main one, the console, where you print things out, right? Every line I ever print out has that means it's in the user config map pod. Puck on line 323 when this was written. Might have moved to a different line, but I can easily search that so I can get rid of these printouts. Here I was printing out objects. What are these? These are probably maps. Yeah, these objects correspond to all of these maps here, which you can see are not alphabetically ordered or anything yet. So if I was if I didn't have the second screen, I would keep this window in here, exactly there, so that I could click to all of these other windows as quickly as I wanted to. But I do have it over here. And then here's a nice thing. This I'm watching and listening to videos on the side. So that shares a space with the stream output, so that's a nice thing to have. What I really like is 4 monitors, a central monitor, one on either side, and then an extra for things like watching C-SPAN hearings and stuff. And so that's how I work. I go back and forth between editing my file, edit a file, save it, saves it to the server. I come over here, I restart the server to make sure it gets the new code. Then I reload the web page, and I see whatever's going on.